Hi, and welcome back to Richard Readings. This is going to be the weekly collective reading for September 24th through September 30th of 2023. We're going to go into the macro and micro level of things. Remember, as always, if you're interested in a personal reading with me, you can find me at www.richardreadings.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Richard Readings and TikTok at Richard Readings. And let's go ahead and begin. I will open the circle, so there will be 3 loud noises. I just got the message as I was doing that it is over and done. So take that as it resonates. It is over. So the past 6 months of karma that you have gone through, the trialing period that you have gone through, it is over. It is done. Done. There may be additional challenges that you still face moving forward, but as far as what this was that was keeping you from moving forward, that part of your life is now over. So you can successfully move forward and put this behind you. I get the feeling that what's coming next is going to be kind of mind-blowing. So I think that you didn't see where things were going for a really long time. Now you're going to get to a point where all of a sudden everything comes together all at once. So let's take a look into the cards and see if they can give us additional information. Thank you. King of Cups. So that's an unconditionally loving energy that's coming out right off the bat. There's a Queen of Swords sideways over the top of the Queen of Cups, so it literally fell out like this. So it looks like there is somebody who has unconditional love for you, or this is you stepping into your own power, into your own unconditionally loving space and source, and then somebody is kind of deciding on whether or not they want to block that or not. This could be someone that you are trying to form a relationship with, and you're deciding whether or not you want to cut this person off or not, or you want to distance yourself from this person, but you haven't fully decided at this point. So that might be the issue that you're kind of facing this week. This could also be that there's somebody else who's trying to block this person, literally like a Queen of Swords energy. Could be an air sign energy that's trying to block this King of Cups energy from you in your life, and they don't know how they feel about it at this time. So with both of these energies, let's go in deeper to see what we have for that. Yeah, so there's definitely people that are kind of micromanaging you at this point or watching you. Keep in mind, there might be multiple people that have an agenda for you because they see that you're going places. This is an 18, so perhaps there was something that happened back on the 18th of September that is now reaching a conclusion, or this is the same issue that we were facing on the 18th. So kind of go back in your mind and see where you were on the 18th of September, but also a 1 and an 8, that's a 9. It looks like you're almost to completion. It may have been that there were people basically waiting and watching for you to get to a point where you were completed. They don't know if you are or not because they're kind of going back and forth on if they should give you love or if they should cut you off. So I think that this is sort of an outside energy that doesn't really know what to do with you. 8 of Swords is a cycle, and then the Hanged Man and the Star is like something being released and something being healed. So you may now see the whole picture in regards to what's happening up above. You may actually be embodying a star at this point. So that's a small few of the collective is now stepping into the embodiment of celestials, and that is going to be something that completely changes your life because the energy coming forth from you is going to be completely transformational. And if you were doing some sort of healing work up until this point, like such as myself or other people out here, it's like this energy that's about to come into your vessel is very, very huge. And so if you're applying it in a way where you're doing healing work, you're basically going to be uplifting and opening people severely, like blasting the doors open in people's minds. This is because there is this like star energy stepping into you. This could be an Aquarius energy, so it might specifically be an Aquarius and a Pisces energy that have been watching you, and this could be a cycle from the past that you're trying to let go of. Perhaps you still are thinking about these people because it came over on the left side here, which would be the past timeline. So these are people in your past that you have released, but these people might still be trying to block you from a certain new person in your life that you're trying to move forward with in completion, because they're basically watching from a distance and seeing that you're going places and that this person is now going to earn your favor when in fact they wanted your favor in the past. So this is a cycle that is needing to be walked away from, is what I'm getting. You need to put the past behind you. Can you tell me what these people from the past want from you? Communication and confusion. I think they want to communicate with you because they're confused on where things are right now. Maybe they thought that you were going to come back towards them, or that they had a place in your life as you moved through this doorway into the next cycle of your life, but now they're realizing that you haven't come back to them, that you probably and most likely aren't going to come back to them, and so they feel like they need to come forward and communicate with you, but they're really confused about that and disappointed. They could have done something in the past. Yes, there's the truth. You make them very happy. They see who you are. They see that you're like this sun, and they want you in your life. But this may be an agenda. I'm just throwing it out there. For some of you, these people might want you in their life to sustain them. They don't really care what you want. They just want you because your light sustains them. So you need to kind of think about that, because if this was a group of people that harmed you or misled you or manipulated you and didn't tell the truth to you, and they still think that you're going to come back to them after everything that they did, it's really, really like insanity, honestly, on their part, especially if the only thing they have going for it is that they want your source. That's the only reason. So they're disappointed because you're not coming back to them right now. You're choosing somebody else that you're moving forward with in this new chapter of your life. You're literally moving out of that cycle. So show me what's going on with this new person. Yeah, it's like you're coming into alignment with this new person, and you're sharing and you're balancing with this new person. It might be taking time, but it looks like that's what's happening. There may be like a part of you that's kind of holding you back that you need to kind of walk away from. For some of you, there is this either a person that's creating drama and havoc in your life that wants to keep you pinned down so that you don't move forward into this next chapter of balance and equilibrium. They like want to basically poke and create drama for you so that everyone around you thinks that you are imbalanced. But the truth of it all is coming out that you're in complete alignment, and that you have been in complete alignment, and that this person who you have teamed up with may actually be a part of the reason that you've reached that completion in alignment. Now this part of you might still be there, so this could be an outside person, or this could be a tendency for you to fight that you get stuck in, and you might have to kind of appease this part of you by either calming it, cooling it off, doing something to rest it, because it seems like when this thing takes over, it kind of holds you back in a lot of ways, and that might be the cycle, and this might be what these people from the past are kind of hoping for. Like they're hoping that this part of you will kind of hold you back so that people don't want to team up with you, so that you're forced to come back towards them. It's insanity. Like, take this as it resonates, but this storyline, this narrative that I'm getting is insanity. Let's ask a couple questions at this point with another deck. What's going to happen if you stay the current course that you're on right now? Whoa, that flew. I hope you saw that. Interference, look at that. So this is interference. This message is directed at you. You need to hear it. I hope that this resonates with you because it's saying that there's interference. They don't want you to elevate. This is like the like the Icarus kind of energy where you're raising towards the sun, you're flying too high, and people don't want it. People don't want you to fly this high. You're getting up into the real secrets. They wanted to keep you away from the real secrets. Oh no. But look, you did it. And there's nothing that they can do to interfere with you at this point. So they need to cut that crap because it's not working anymore. Let's go into the deck that it was pulling. They're scared of you. That's what you need to know, because you are the emperor. You are the ruler of this situation, and they know that. And the only reason that they were able to keep you in a state where you were less than or feeling less than was because they manipulated your brain. They manipulated your mind. They may have even hacked into you using like AI programming or certain nanobot technology. I know some of you don't want to hear that, but that's really what's going on here. So that might have been what's happened to you over this past 6 months, that these people were basically taking advantage of you and trying to manipulate your programming so that you would have to come back to them, so that your life would be awful and you would be forced to come back to them. But guess what? You reached a level in your existence and your understanding that you see exactly what they did and exactly how they interfered with you. And if they think that you're going to come back towards them at this point, that is blasphemy, just straight up blasphemy. Because you are over here like reading the signs like crazy. You know exactly what's going on. You don't need them. Let me say it louder. You do not need these people from the past. You don't. You're honestly at a higher level than them already. And the only reason that they want you around is to source from your light. That's the only reason they want you around. They don't really care about you. They're just seeing you go through this massive transformation where you take off your old skin and you become this giant thing. And they're scared that as soon as you see what's happened and what they've put you through, you're going to turn on them. You're going to send this thing, the thing that you're trying to like keep at bay inside of you, you're going to send that thing back on them. Oh, and look at it. It's like, exactly what's going on. Let me say it louder. You know exactly what's going on. So trust your intuition. If you've gone through a massive elevation in consciousness over the past week or past month or past 6 months to the point where you see the whole picture, where you see everything that's happened up to this point and you know who did it and you know who caused this pain in your life, and they still think that you're coming back, they need to get real. That's all I have to say. They need to get real. What other questions do we have? Yeah, everything that was trying to interfere with this reading literally just ran away. So that's really funny. Because these people, they know that you've awakened. So the mass of collective consciousness that I'm tapping into, it's my own energy, but it's also the macro. People have awakened on a massive scale. This is worldwide. The awakening is here. It's happened. The 23rd marked when the real ran out, the background real, and we have moved into the real, quote unquote, the real world, not the gridded matrix BS that we've been in. We've moved into the real world, and now you are the creator of your narrative. You are the creator of your storyline. I can only tell you so much. I can boost you into giving you that energy so that you see that you're the one creating your narrative, and you like mentally visualize where you're going and you make it happen, because that's the process of doing this. You have to feel like, have the visualization, think it, speak it, do it. That's what you need to do in order to create this reality in front of you. And me pulling cards for you is basically just epitomizing everything that's happened for you up until this point, and then giving you the leverage so that you can move forward, giving you the boost of energy so that you can move forward, trusting and believing in yourself, because that's what creates your reality. A belief in something bigger and outer than yourself that you then give your belief to, and that belief creates your reality. So if you believe in these readings, then that is going to create your reality. If you believe in yourself, then you are going to create your reality. That's what you need to understand as we move into this next shift. That is already happened. It happened 2 days ago. And this is what you need to understand moving into this next age that we're going into. Everything is under your control. We have the control. It's in our hands. It's not in these gods' hands anymore. The pantheon is falling because they did honestly a bunch of crap to us over the years that will no longer stand, and cosmic law has seen it, and cosmic law is about to break it all down, and there is going to be a massive disruption in power, because power is actually going to trickle down into certain hands who are not quote unquote gods, onto like mortal hands, where these mortals are going to have these gifts that are bigger, larger than life, and they're going to be able to make massive worldwide changes with these gifts. And the people up here that felt like they had the power this whole time are watching this happen and freaking out, to be honest, freaking out, because they know it's over, but they're doing the whole, oh yeah, we can still get away with it. Yeah, we can still get away with it. They don't know what's going on. It's a denial. Like, they will look at themselves in the mirror and be in complete denial about what's changed, because they can't see it, because a lot of their gifts has dissipated, because cosmic law, judgment, karma has come in and said, no, no longer. It's gonna pass down to the people that deserve it, to the people that have put out love, balance, and alignment into the world. Those are the people that now deserve these powers and these elevation. Those are the people that are going to have it at this point. So any of you people from the past that were playing games with your gifts, with your powers, because you thought no one will ever find out, neener, neener, neener. Guess what? Everyone is finding out. And your heads are on the chopping block now. So how are you going to handle it when it's you that's running? Specifically, this Queen of Pentacles energy that's on the bottom of the deck looming here. This person in your life caused a lot of damage for you. This Queen of Pentacles, earth sign, could be Capricorn, heavy Capricorn, because that's the devil card. Yeah, this person, they're on the chopping block right now, and they're confused because they did not think this was going to happen. They did not think that you were going to transform your energy and like let the waters flow in your life and become this star embodiment. They did not think that was going to happen. They thought they had everything so locked down that that would never happen. Well, guess what? They missed some things. When your ego is so big, you start to miss some things because your ego is so big that you think no one can possibly outsmart me, no one can possibly outmaneuver me. That's ego, and that's a surefire way to get yourself in trouble, and that's what's happened. So what's happening with this Queen of Pentacles this week? The Sun. Everything's being revealed. Like I said, maybe this person tried to copycat your energy. Maybe they tried to copycat your energy and become the same source as you, and they couldn't do it. Yeah, now they're alone. So they tried to copycat / steal your destiny, and they've ended up in the same outcome as you, completely alone. And they are not able to handle it. Correct. Now they're blind. Because people have seen what they've done. They've seen who the real speaker, who the real mouthpiece is. They have seen. You tried to keep, this Queen of Pentacles has tried to keep people from seeing the truth. They tried to blind powers that be so that they couldn't see it, create diversion tactics. They thought, ha ha ha, I can get away with it, and they'll never find out. I'm so good, I'm so powerful. I'm so sorry, but it's time for that to end. That chapter is over. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That chapter is done. And you're going to be in a lot of anxiety because of what you did. This is going to be a lot of anxiety. I'm talking to those Queen of Pentacles energies out here. If you are an earth sign, feminine energy, and you know that you did something to somebody where you copycatted their energy, or you stole their identity, or you stole their business, or you stole their idea, intellectual property, or anything like that, you are not getting away with it. And this is not to put fear into you. This is to tell you that you are not getting away with it. You might as well make preparations for the punishment because it's coming in. Oh, and somebody is going to bestow. Look at how they're holding that. It's like you. Like they see you and they're angry. They're angry at you. This is what happens when you play with people, when you play with families that are protected by their ancestors. This is what happens. You thought that you could outmaneuver karma, and karma has come for you. And I don't want to say anything more on that because this is not a fear tactic. This is not to scare you. This is to tell you the truth. This is to show you what your consequences are for what you've done. So if you know that you were in the wrong, if you're this Queen of Pentacles energy, you don't have to be an earth sign, but if you were someone that you like ripped someone off in some way, lied, deceived, and you thought, I can keep doing it, I can keep doing it, I can keep this lie up, I can keep this charade up, I can do it. No, you can't. It's over and it's done. That was the first message. It is over and it is done. Interesting. I got the main card for the deck, so that I just said it's over and it's done, and it just gave me like deck cap, you know, like I didn't even know this was in here. That's funny. It is over and it is done. Finish. The end. The end. Close the book. Done. Why do people do things like this? I really don't understand it. I cannot understand it in my soul. My soul does not operate in that way, and I cannot understand it. Anyways, this isn't for me to rant on how awful certain people are who try and outlie law, cosmic law. I just don't understand. Like, what? If you know that cosmic law is the ruler of this place, why on earth would you play games with it? Why? It's stupid, to be honest with you. I'm a pretty nice person most of the time. The way I'm speaking in this is not very nice because this is a cosmic law, like, violation. You have violated cosmic law. Your soul is going to be punished for violating cosmic law. Let's move on. See, this is that this is that energy I was talking about, like keeping like control over. Like the you have to keep kind of control over this energy so it doesn't like completely go off on you, like go off and hit people, because that's what's happening. So a lot of you that have stepped into this embodiment energy now have this super strong, massive energy inside of you that will go and attack for you if you need it to. So it's basically saying, like, I got to keep that under control. You got to keep that under control, because whatever you are in this era, whatever your emotional state is what is going to be thrown. So you want to keep yourself in this unconditionally loving spot. So you got to understand, you can't have the fire without the water. You got to have both. You have to have that equilibrium so that you can keep it all under control. What's coming in the last part of this week? What's coming moving forward for you? Knight of Swords, is it all in reverse? It might all be in, no, it's all mixed around. It came out in reverse. So there could be someone coming to communicate with you and maybe not. You may have thought about communicating with certain people. Yeah, I'm going to take these all upright. See, because it's saying, like, you've been wondering about, like, should I communicate with these people from the past? I already said no, let them go. And this is basically saying the same thing. You need to do more to balance out yourself right now. More time needs to be waited for you to mull through everything that's happened so that you could see the full picture, the full truth. This is a Sagittarius card, so you may be dealing with a Sagittarius that wants to talk to you, who wants to balance things out with you. So there may be an incoming communication from a Sagittarian energy, kind of an angel type energy. So like this might be someone that you always have seen as a good person, and they want to balance things out with you. But it also may be that it's time for you to balance things out for yourself, and you don't need to be communicating. You don't need to be reaching out. If you were the one that was targeted and hurt in the situation, you definitely don't need to be reaching out to the people that have targeted and hurt you. You definitely don't need to be. The High Priestess in reverse. People tried to block your intuition, and the Devil's on the bottom of the deck. The Devil literally tried to block your intuition. So this Devil energy is these toxic people from the past, these toxic people that they thought either they looked at you and they were intimidated by what was coming out of you, and they assumed that it was not of light. And because of that, they were like, we need to stop this person from doing it. But they didn't actually know the whole picture. And so now their lives have fallen into complete shamble because they didn't know the full picture. And it may have taken them a really, really long time before they actually understood that that was happening, because they couldn't stop trying to hurt you. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. It's death. Holy crap. Yeah, it's crazy. Devil. Death and Devil. Yeah, a lot of people see you as like this person that creates, You just create a lot of change. You're a transformational energy. That's who you are, and people are afraid of that energy. Truly. And people paint you out to be this negative entity when you aren't. Ten of Pentacles. You're just complete. And maybe they don't understand that. No, they don't understand that. And I think that they are not in alignment at this point. Like, you've been trying to reach alignment on your side, right? Like, you're working on your alignment really, really heavily right now so that you can keep balance. And I think that these people, maybe they didn't see that. But look, it's basically saying that this new chapter of your life, this new beginning of your life is all about this embodiment of this healing star type energy. You are really going to be just pouring your waters into the world and healing it. That's all this is about for you. So you might be doing a change of career, but understand that, look, you've done so much work already. What you've created for yourself, this isn't like planting the seed. You already have the whole tree. You have the whole tree. You have the bird that wants to come in and speak with you. The messages are coming in towards you. You're in complete alignment now with who you are, and people may have tried to make you doubt that along the way, and you knew that it was the truth of what you were doing. This is what you were supposed to do. The Ace of Cups is here. This is a self-loving energy. You chose yourself. And that was the right thing to do. It doesn't matter how much these people wanted, kicked and screamed and moaned at you and said that this wasn't the right thing to do. They didn't know. They weren't doing the right thing to begin with. So how is this person going to tell you it's not the right thing to do? They didn't do the right thing in their own life. They have been weighed against the feather, and so have you. And you've been deemed worthy, and they've been deemed to be angry. Right? And so things in their life are not working out, while things in your life are becoming closer and closer together to a collaboration. So I think the real team for you is coming together in this moment. The real, true, higher team for you that's supposed to be here, that's supposed to make these changes happen for you, your business, your career, your love life, maybe even on the world scale. That's all coming together right now for you. The Emperor, look at that. You are the boss. You are the boss of this thing. Stop doubting yourself. You are the boss of this thing. Stop it. Stop doubting yourself. Please. The Moon is here. There's still some things that you don't fully know. October is coming up, and there's 2 eclipses in October. And maybe those are going to bring some definite changes into your life. But you're not going to be confused anymore. I think you're going to have a lot of options, actually. The confusion is fading out. You're going to let go of this past 6 months. You're going to start a new 6-month chapter. What's the next 6-month chapter going to look like? Judgment. So everything is going to be revealed. You are not going to face judgment for what you went through, because you have been deemed worthy of the success that's coming to you. You have been deemed worthy to use what you have to bring something new into the world. You have been deemed worthy to do that. The burden is fading out. No more burden. Put the burdens down. Start this new life. Start this new way of living. Start it today. Because it's time, and you don't need to be afraid of what these people in the past are doing anymore, because they're done. They can't touch you. It's done. This one person still wants to fight with you. They're done. There was a Queen of Pentacles energy that lied and tried to create this whole illusion around you. They're done. So no, don't be hesitant anymore. They're not going to keep watching you. Like, they're afraid of you at this point, because this is for my, I don't want to say chosen, because I don't like that word, because I think we're all chosen, and because that's more so like we have to choose ourselves and find that part of ourselves that can amplify and raise and create that elevation for ourselves. But you did that. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm speaking to the people that did that already elevated, that they knew that they found that soul part of themselves, and they're in communication with their soul. They know exactly who they are. They know their names, they know who they are on the other side. They can tap into that. They can tune into that. And these people that were coming after you because they thought it's witchcraft, or, oh, you don't really know what you're talking about, or oh, you're a know-it-all. And it wasn't that the whole time. It was just you knew who you were and they didn't know who they were. And so they painted you out as being this, I just heard, evil kind of being. And you're not. You never were. You just have some fierceness inside of you. That's all it is. And these people, they wanted to create drama for your life because they didn't like that fierceness. They didn't like how passionately you spoke. They didn't like how much you brought to the table. They didn't like that you could back it up with truth. They didn't like that you could tell them about themselves without even meaning to. They didn't like that you would come into any space, any sphere, and just bring your 2 cents to the table and destroy any illusion that was already in place. That's what they don't like. They don't like that you can outsmart them. They don't like that you can play this game better than them, because you're not playing a game. You're just in complete alignment. That's the difference. These people are playing games. You're in complete alignment. That's the difference. It just said, let's talk about Tuesday. So specifically Tuesday, which will be 2 days from the time I'm doing this reading. What's going to happen on Tuesday? Sorrow? What is this about? Disappointment and sorrow. It's saying that there's something fated that's going to occur where there's a Wheel of Fortune and then there's this Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. So perhaps this person might make another move on you. You know, they might try and hit you with something else on Tuesday. I don't know if Tuesday is specifically. Tuesday is what? The 26th? So that's an 8. So they might try and hit you with something on the 26th. So kind of be prepared for that. Understand that that might be a day. It's saying that there's something fated to happen where you're going to basically release this energy, or this energy is going to be released from you, or you're going to see the whole picture around who this person is, who this antagonistic, drama-filled person in your life really is, and why they want to do stuff to you. And I think you might even just like fully call them out on it and release them, and they might... Something has happened to them because they haven't let this go. They won't let it go. And so I think something not positive is going to happen to them. Prudence. So there's some sort of the universe. It's saying this is... the universe is dishing out its rewards, and the universe is also dishing out its karmic punishments at this time. And so there may be someone that sort of gets fated to be released from your life, and that's sort of the punishment. They may try and come towards you and apologize to you, but they still can't really do it. They still can't bring themselves, they can't bring themselves to tell you the truth. They can't. They still want to communicate with you and cover up things and come to you in a false mask and come to you and not really say what's really coming on, like create this whole fake story and think that you can't see it. And this is how they're choosing to live their life. And I think you might just put an end to it at that point. The moon is there. Illusions. The moon. The Ace of Wands. This is the person that's been attacking you on these full moons and on these moon cycles. It's this person. It's this Queen of Wands energy. That could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or it could just be someone that has this sort of phoenixy type energy to them where they feel like they're doing God's will, and that's why they keep doing this stuff. But look, they also maybe they have something that they're connected to that forces them to do this kind of stuff, and they can't let it go. And they think oh, you will understand because you're an unconditionally loving person, and you'll see them and you'll get it and you'll know why they had to do what they did. No. They had a choice. At the end of the day, this person still had a choice, and they took pleasure in hurting you. So I feel like you're going to be releasing these people. Lust is here. Yeah, that's why I said they took pleasure in hurting you. They literally took pleasure in hurting you. Let me say it one more time, so when this person comes to you on Tuesday, you know what they did. They took pleasure in hurting you. Hear me. They don't deserve back in your life. They want a truce with you, but they're not doing anything to deserve that. You create distance. That's a 4-4. They just want to trap you. Everything is a trap with them. Trap. They feel like you're going to fall in a trap. And like this last thing, the crazy thing is they might try and give you an apology, and that might be the last ditch effort that they have to trap you. And they're like, oh, I think like he'll, like, because he's like become this really, I don't know. I'm speaking from my own self in this case, and I'm going to remove myself from this energy. It's just saying, like, already, the 8th, that's the 28th. Quickly remove them from your life. When they come in, just quickly remove it. Like, the Hierophant's there. You're going to see it. You're going to know it. You're going to know exactly what their game is, exactly what their motive is. So just quickly remove it. It doesn't need to happen. They're going to try and drag it out into this big long thing, this long-winded apology where, oh, I had to do this because blah, 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 blah. No, they didn't have to do this. And then there's that Queen of, you know why they're coming to apologize to you? Because they just saw what happened to this Queen of Pentacles. They saw how this Queen of Pentacles got kicked out. They saw that. They saw what happened to them. And so they're coming to you to apologize quickly so that the same thing doesn't happen to them. Because they are like, well, at least if I can get this person's favor again, then karma and cosmic law won't come and take care of me. They still did stuff to you. They still want your gift. They still want stuff from you. They still want your money. Yeah, it's not over, like, with them. They're not fully telling you the whole picture. So if someone can't be honest with you, then they don't deserve to be here with you. That's all I have to say. That's not a teammate. If they can't be honest with you, they're not on your team. Let's say it again. If they can't be honest with you, they're not on your team. Got it? All right, let's go into our oracle as far as how to wind down this reading, because this has been a very intense reading. I have been very much in this Phoenix energy as we did this reading. Kind of a different energy for me, but I hope that you enjoy it. Enjoy the side of me as well. Bringing it back into unconditionally cool spaces at this point. So let's have a nice, positive outcome for this through the oracle. Please show me the highest outcome for this timeline for us and give us the advice we need for this week of September 24th through September 30th of 2023. The blue flame. So you are going to get the team around you. You are. They're going to come. Willpower is there. Tell me about the willpower card. Soul travel. I think that you've had to kind of maneuver yourself out. The horse also kind of talks about movement, so there's a lot of movement happening. But your team is coming to you. So some of them may actually need to come to you. Meditation. I'm getting that this is more so going to happen in your internal space. You need to be doing a lot of meditating at this time. Because you don't want to put your will into other people. You don't want to control people around you. That's a big thing I'm hearing from this, is that one of the reasons in which you need to kind of work with this Phoenix energy and bring it into a place where it's more quote unquote tame is what I heard, is because you want everyone to have an opinion, their own life, their own creation. This is what this world is for. Everyone gets their own truth. Everyone gets their own opinion. Everyone gets their own way. And you do not get to overpower other people's way. And so this is what you kind of need to understand as well. I think this is for me, this is for the collective, this is for the macro, is that a lot of what's been happening, especially in the quote unquote spiritual community, is people have been using their willpower to overpower people's will and kind of get them to believe what they believe. But everyone deserves their own belief system, because what's more important is that you believe in something. That's the most important thing. Even if you're a nihilist, you believe that there isn't anything. And so your belief of that is what drives you forward. So you need to meditate, and you need to really keep yourself in this space of peace, because if you are to become this central beacon for people around you, you have to keep balance. That's the main thing right now. This unconditionally loving energy that you do have inside of you, but it may at times get blocked out by this Phoenix energy now. Because I think that a lot of you have stepped into like a kind of Phoenix type energy over the last 6 months. And that's been something that it's protected you at times. And so you've become very like reliant on it for it to help save the day for you. But you also need to be open to people. You need to see the best sides of people and see what other people can do for you, so that you're not constantly living in your way, your way, your way. That is something that is going to hold you back in life ultimately, and make it so that you can't actually have the right team around you. So work on that. Work on meditating with that. For some of you, you actually need to do some astral traveling. I just heard go inward this time instead of outward. So when you're doing your meditation practices, try going inward into yourself instead of going outward and traveling through the universe, and through the I almost said metaverse, but not that, because that's the Matrix. So traveling through like your inner space is what's going to be more important. Connecting with your deeper parts of your inner world is going to be more important at this time. Give me a little bit more insight, please, on what we need to work with this week and how we can send people off. I got meditation again. Wow. So I'm getting heavy doses of meditation. In order for you to tame this inferno inside of you, you need to meditate. You need to be in peace. You need to find those practices that keep you in that space. Commitment. Exactly. You need to commit yourself to resolving problems and not making them worse. So you may actually need to get on a schedule, on a routine of meditating, on a routine of taking care of yourself. You need to get back into your routine. If you've been kind of pushed out of that for a long time, get back into that stability. If you're in a new space, get back into a routine in that new space. Make this new space yours and take care of yourself. That's what you need to do, because the more that you take care of yourself, the more you commit to solving your own problems, the easier it gets in your mind to understand where other people are coming from, the easier it is for you to see past life patterns that you've gone through. Give me a couple more. And then you can keep yourself in the present moment. So 4-4 is big right now. 4-4-4-4-4-4. So people are going to apologize to you, and you need to not like smack them down. You need to hear them out. But at the end of it, if it's still not good enough, then live in the present moment and make that decision in that moment. However, for some of you, I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you feel like you do want to connect with these people again, then go for it. But understand that these people were the people that harmed you. So that's up to you. If you're okay with the apology and you think that that's worth it, and you want to move yourself in this unconditional loving space, but keep in mind that being unconditionally loving is not taking away your boundaries. Boundaries are unconditional love for yourself. So you need to be in a space where you're ready for what's about to happen, because it's going to get more peaceful towards the end of this week. But I think that there are going to be a couple more things that are thrown at you, and you just need to keep yourself in the right headspace so that you can move through it. Because there's new opportunities coming for you, and you want to be prepared. You want to be open to them. And when these new people come in, you want to hear what they have to say. You want to hear, like, if they're a good person to work with, you don't want to push them away just because of what's happened to you in the past. And that goes for some of these people that are coming into your life right now that actually have a good, genuine energy for you, and you keep trying to push them away because of this reliance on this Phoenix type energy that you have that has saved you in the past. You can like tell this to go and sit down, you can. It's not time to fight. You can sit down, you can rest, it's okay. I think with that, I'm going to end this reading. I hope that this helps you. I'll close the circle out and send you on your way. Have a wonderful day.